Hi guys, welcome to the gun shop with me, John, and today we're going to be having a look at this. This is a William Moore Grey underlever, non-rotary, hammer, internal pin, 12-bore side-by-side shotgun. We're going to start by talking a little bit about the history of William Moore Grey, and then we're going to do an aesthetic overview and talk a little bit more how absolutely beautiful this is. So William Moore, the first name in the name of this gun, founded his own company in 1808, so a long time ago. He was actually apprenticed for Mr. Manton, who invented most gun things that you'll know of today. William Moore did a few business dealings with other people, and there was a few collaborative companies between them. He eventually met Mr. William Parker Grey in 1847. That's a long time ago. And they founded William Moore and Grey. On the top rib it reads William Moore and Grey, 43 Old Bond Street, London, which is currently a clothing boutique, rather sadly, as William Moore and Grey, although they exist in name, do not exist in much else nowadays. As a company, they do now actually produce only 12 guns a year, but they're not a serious gun maker as they were back in the day. William Moore and Grey were not an appointed gun maker to the king, but they were appointed gun maker to the prince. So this William Moore and Grey number 2263. Starting at the back, we have a checkered buttstock, no heel or toe plates, which I found quite unusual. A very, very fine French walnut stock, and checkering that once was absolutely exquisite is starting to get a little bit worn. I would have presumed this would have been flat pointed due to the coarse nature of it, but one will never know given the fact that it is quite so smooth. It's a lovely tapered trigger guard there with a silver oval, and the opening system on this is a push down underlever. Now we move on to the action. This is where it gets a little bit interesting, because this action actually probably was not a centerfire action to start with. This is a pinfire action. It probably explains why it has external hammers and yet internal pins and these little flat tops here. Whether this was done after it was a pinfire, or whether these actions were left over when pinfire died pretty much overnight and became centerfire. You have beautiful scroll engraving through the top tang there, and you have beautiful scroll engraving across the lock plates with William Moore and Grey engraved on the side there. I doubt these screws are original, as a few things on this gun probably over the last 140 to 160 year mark have been played with. So the barrels of Damascus, unfortunately where they've had a nice light coat of rust, a lot of the original Damascus etching has gone. However, where you can see it through, it's of a particularly fine quality. So the forend has a horn tip to it and is on a push locking bar style latch. The base of the action again has that lovely thick scroll engraving. There's very little about this gun that you cannot think is absolutely exquisite. Unfortunately, the only thing that isn't exquisite about it, not the non-rebounding hammers, those we can live with, they're delightful, but the fact that these barrels are actually fairly pitted beyond saving, and as such this gun is in our scrap pile. However, it will never be scrapped. One day I'd like to think that I'm going to have enough impetus to actually do it up, perhaps have the barrels lapped, perhaps have it reproofed, because this has got to be one of the most beautiful guns I've ever seen. Many thanks for watching guys, take care, and we'll see you next time. Hi guys, welcome to the gun shop.